Hello everyone. So today we have with us All India Rank 74, Rohit Tyagi. Rohit, many congrats.
Thank you very much, sir.
Really, it's a monumental achievement of yours.
Thank you, sir.
Was it on expected lines?
No, sir.
No, why not?
Sir, I was hoping that just my name, I would see my name in the list, but I was not expecting that I would be getting a double-digit rank.
So you were expecting a rank, but not a double digit.
Yes, sir. I was expecting that I will be in the list.
So tell me something about yourself.
I'm from Delhi and I'm 23 years old, and I have done my graduation in BTech in Information Technology from Delhi IP University.
Right.
And sir, I passed my graduation in 2022, and since then I started preparing for the civil services.
So this is your first attempt?
Yes, sir. This was my first attempt.
इतना था कि फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में डेफिनेटली हो जाएगा, बिकॉज जनरली एक मिसनोमर ये रहता है कि फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट है शायद ना हो, चलो एक स्टेज देख लेते हैं, राइट? बट फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में प्रीलिम्स, इंटरव्यूज, मेंस, ऑल स्टेजेस यू क्लियर. एक्सपेक्टेड?
सर, आई वाज थिंकिंग इन 2022 दैट एक अटेम्प्ट देके देख लेते हैं, बट आई जस्ट बैक्ड ऑफ बिकॉज माय ऑप्शनल वाज नॉट रेडी. सो आई took my 2023 attempt, first attempt as the serious attempt, and I was just thinking that I would be giving 2 attempts, and इसमें होता है तो well and good, and नहीं तो engineering and all that.
So you were clear कि I'll give only 2 attempts.
Yes, sir.
See, you just now said ना कि देख लेते हैं एक बार, होता है तो नहीं, right?
Yes, sir.
This majority of the people जो अपना पहले attempt देने वाले हैं, right? वो भी यही सोचते होंगे, right? जैसे majority सोचते हैं ऐसे ही बाकी लोग भी, जैसे तुमने सोचा ऐसे बाकी ने सोचा, right? What do you suggest कि क्या क्या गलतियां नहीं करनी हैं जो शायद तुमने करी हो या जिनसे बचना चाहिए?
Sir, first would be not rushing towards many sources and too many topper talks or everything and anything you find in the market, and just picking up reliable sources and sticking to them, and just believing in yourself and the sources. Because sir, I believe no source is that bad that it does not help you, and if you have complete faith in it, so if you put in the work, you can definitely create magic out of it. So I think that is the thing that one should do. And sir, apart from that, one must be honest regarding the preparation, because he or she only knows that what sort of preparation he is doing. And apart from that, sir, consistency is obviously required in this exam, because without consistency, this is like, it's a chain sort of thing. So if the chain breaks, then you have to like start from, I would say, like 1 month, 2 months before. So that chain must be maintained till the last date of it.
So you mentioned about this, कि chain must be maintained, right? Consistency.
Yes, sir.
इसकी accountability कैसे लाई जाए? मुझे बताओ, how you maintain the accountability कि मुझे consistent रहना ही रहना है.
Sir, by thinking about final result, I guess, because if you are not consistent, then you are cheating on yourself. And just like sir, weight management में होता है, if you cheat on yourself, you know that अगर आज you are eating cheat meal, so you will be gaining more calories.
But उसमें भी एक cheat day होता है, right?
Cheat day, sir, but not too frequent, ना?
Not too frequent.
Not too frequent.
अच्छा, when it comes to even distractions,
sir,
what you opted for? घर पे ही पढ़ाई करी या फिर went to the library?
Sir, I initially started preparing at home, but I felt that I was getting too relaxed at home, like के लेट के पढ़ लेते हैं, and मतलब फिर वो हैबिट ही बनने लगी कि लैपटॉप उसी में देख रहे हैं, मतलब जो भी गूगल सर्च कर रहे हैं रिलेटेड चीज़, and that was not good, and posture भी इससे बिगड़ रहा था. So sir, I opted for a library near my house and in my locality. So I went to the library and started studying there.
So it was a good decision, right?
Yes, sir. It was a very wonderful decision.
But library में भी students complain there's a lot of distraction. कि 10 मिनट हम we just stand at the corner, we chit chat with friends, and उसके बाद पता भी नहीं लगा कि 1 hour कहाँ से गया. ऐसा होता था.
Sir, that was my cheat meal, you would say. I mean, I can say that because it was decided that कि अगर Sunday है तो one of the very good friends in my life which I have, we used to decide that Sunday को कुछ अच्छा बनाएंगे उनके kitchen पे, and apart from that Monday से Saturday अपना काम करेंगे.
So it's like rewarding yourself.
Rewarding yourself, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, एक चीज़ और. Is anyone in your family there in the bureaucracy?
No, sir.
तो मुझे ये बताओ, बाकी स्टूडेंट्स जिनके घर में कोई ब्यूरोक्रेसी में नहीं है, how should they keep this, hope ignited कि हमारा भी हो सकता है?
Sir, the most and primary important thing is that one should believe in himself or herself, because sir, without belief, I would say आप 2 कदम चल भी लोगे, then you would be again questioning your those 2 steps. So the self belief and sir, hoping for the best till the last moment, because sir, that is the least one can do, like hoping for the best, and rest is up to Almighty and all the forces on the everything. So just being optimistic, sir, and putting in the work, being very honest with it.
Okay, since prelims is approaching, right? What was your strategy for prelims?
Sir, my strategy was very simple. I did not let it get too complex. I started preparing for prelims from 1st of February. I took it as a landmark date that before 1st of February, I would sort out my mains, everything. And from 1st of February, I was very clear that I would be picking up standard sources, and one by one I would be giving them a basic reading, like a newbie, like a layman. So doing that and giving 1-2 readings, and afterwards looking at PYQs. Sir, PYQ is one of the most important things, I would say. There is no replacement for PYQ and the analysis. So just sticking to that and I think it helps, joining a test series. You can get feedback how you are doing. And sir, maintaining the simplicity of the process. Like, do not get too much overwhelmed that this new material is there, so let us rush behind it. That is there. Sir, doing basic minimum. Prelims is all about doing basic minimum, and rest is up to.
So did you make specific notes for prelims, which generally people say कि नहीं भी बनाएंगे तब भी it will work out?
Sir, this was definitely my attitude that नहीं भी बनाएंगे तो prelims तो standard sources से हो जाएगा. But automatically sir, when May approached and it was the time के चीज़ें बहुत सारी हैं, books बहुत ज़्यादा हो गई हैं, और अब थोड़ा सा ऐसा होना चाहिए कि एक दिन में एक subject पलट के हो जाए. तो automatically sir, that came, and I even made some notes of 𝐿क्ष्मीकांत too. I made some notes from Spectrum too.
Like for last minute revision.
Yes,
right?
sir, for last minute revision. I was, sir, actually I planned it in a way that when I would be giving prelims, that was on 28th May. So उसके एक week पहले मैं क्या कर रहा हूँगा. Then I was clear कि I should dedicate 1 day for 1 subject. जो sir mostly सभी करते हैं, toppers ने बताया. So that is why I decided for it. So then वहाँ पे I prepared notes in such a way that एक दिन में एक subject cover हो जाए. And sir, it went well. So planning and making short notes, just quick notes.
Short.
Yes, sir. 7-8 pages, not more than that.
But dedicatedly, we have given 4 months for prelims, right?
Yes, sir. 4 months for.
Okay, since you dedicatedly prepared 4 months for prelims, right?
Yes, sir.
How many number of mocks you have given in that time? कितना हो गया approximately?
Sir, not many, but I would say something around 12 to 15 mocks.
Full length tests?
Full length tests.
Full length.
Yes, sir.
And what about sectionals?
Sir, sectional I did not give much. I bought the test papers which are available in the market and just practiced. They were also around sir 8 to 10, like 2 for each subject.
But you were not scared for this fact कि लोग कहते हैं कि नहीं 60-70 mocks करने हैं?
Sir, I was really very clear that इतना मेरे से नहीं हो पाएगा. 60-70 tests are something which is, I believe, वो ज़बरदस्ती करने वाली बात है सर. And if it doesn't feel natural, then it's really a concern.
See, what I get from what you're saying now, that you applied your own mind, right? ऐसा था ना?
Yes, sir.
कि misguided नहीं होना है.
Yes, sir.
एक अपना दिमाग अप्लाई करना है, and ऐसा नहीं है कि वहाँ तक पहुँचने का, सत्य तक पहुँचने का एक ही रास्ता, ऐसा नहीं था. Right? You explored your own way.
Yes, sir. And sir, apart from that also, these were sectional and full length. Apart from that, PYQ also I gave it in the mock form. Like when the last 15 days were there, so I attended no mocks. So then I just practiced PYQ as a full length test. Right. So like last 5 years, I believe. Sir, इतना ज़्यादा भी पीछे जाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. आप 5 years भी करोगे तो you will get the hang of the trend which is going on.
But every option in the question you analyze, right?
Yes, sir.
है ना?
Yes, sir. I did that, sir. I analyzed the options as well. So, sir, in total, something around 30 tests, 30 to 35 tests. And I think that is optimum. So, last year, prelims was challenging based on the fact that the pattern was altogether changed in GS. Yes,
right?
sir.
तो थोड़ा सा टफ था?
Sir, definitely.
टफ था ना?
Yes, sir.
And what about CSAT? क्या वो हर्डल था आपके लिए?
Though I was, when I was attempting CSAT, I was facing some challenges in the quant section. So I got a little worried. So, but I kept my cool, and the thing which helped me the most in tackling CSAT, it is not just that I'm from engineering and my maths is my background. It is my handling of the situation, that I knew that I'll be giving 1 hour and 15 minutes for the math section. So this is what my strategy is, that 1 hour 15 minute mein you attempt all the maths and reasoning, and the last 40 to 45 minutes is the comprehension. So when I saw that 1 hour 15 minutes or so is gone, so I did not even look at the rest of the questions which were left. I simply jumped to the comprehensions and attempted them all, except the assumption ones.
Okay, so except the assumption one.
Because I usually got them incorrect.
But this strategy of yours, ये definitely you must have practiced before, right?
Yes, sir.
बहुत सारे mocks हमने किए होंगे CSAT के लिए. Then we have practiced, right?
Yes, sir.
That's wonderful. Okay, coming to this part of, for example, there are a lot of myths, right? Okay, for example, if you're coming from an engineering background, you have a wonderful scope of clearing it, or for you it's a cakewalk. Is that so?
Sir, I think nothing is a cakewalk when it comes to UPSC, because being from engineering background does give you a little analytical point of view, looking at things from a very, I would say, different point of view from what humanities be. But again, no disrespect for any background. But sir, everyone is here to compete, because it's an exam where the number of candidates appearing is very large and the seats are very less. So I think, sir, nothing is a cakewalk in this exam.
That's wonderful. Okay, coming to the part of mains, right? Starting off with the pen. Which pen particularly you followed? क्या पूरी preparation में एक particular pen follow किया था?
Sir, I used 2 pens when I was writing the mocks before prelims answer writing. I used there is one Rorito fiber gel, so it costs 10 rupees. Now it is 15. So I wrote my tests from it. But sir, when I cleared prelims, so that was a serious moment. And the market में it was like V5 या V7 से ही you should write. It is the
तो हमने market का trend भी follow नहीं किया?
नहीं sir, यहाँ पे market.
That is wonderful. Like
I bought V5 7-8 pens.
So it's not the highway, it's always the my way, right?
Sir, yes sir. I bought V5, like everyone said कि it's a good pen. And
okay, coming to this part, for example, when it comes to mains, right? अच्छा, newspaper, which people generally say कि प्रीलिम से पहले 1-1.5 महीने पहले you leave newspaper, no issues. क्या हमने ऐसा किया था?
Sir, I followed newspaper around 15 days back from prelims. Like जब 15 दिन बचे थे, so 15 to 12 days I just stopped reading the newspaper, because then you are like के subjects की revision अगर multiple times हो जाए तो वो far better है कि news article पढ़ने से. तो but sir, there is no replacement for newspaper, because आपको एक consistently newspaper एक ऐसी चीज़ है जो आपको daily करनी है, and you should never get fed up of it. You should be in fact excited कि आज IR में कोई article आ रहा है तो उसमें क्या आप वो रख रहे हैं. अगर आज कोई society पे या इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट पे कुछ आर्टिकल आ रहा है या कोई बहुत फेमस ऑथर्स हैं सर, तो सब लिखते हैं, तो उन्होंने क्या आज कुछ ऐसा अच्छा लिखा है, कोई डेटा ऐसा मिल जाए तो भाई उसे बिल्कुल यू शुड कीप इट.
सो हाउ मेनी न्यूज़पेपर यू फॉलोड?
सर, बिफोर प्रीलिम्स आई रेड द हिंदू, बिटवीन प्रीलिम्स एंड मेंस आई रेड हिंदू एंड एक्सप्रेस बोथ, and sir, after clearing mains not immediately after, but sir, when my interview was something 1 month, so I added mint also. Like
with every stage you added one?
Yes sir.
Newspaper, or for example magazine, right?
Yes sir.
That is one. It has paid off, right? That's wonderful. Okay, coming to the part of main specifically now. How about essay? How did you manage that?
Sir, I did not do anything specific for essay. In fact, no notes. I did not have any notes. I just saw what toppers were writing from previous year copies. Like what was their flow? Because sir, there is no one way to write essay. Everyone has her own style to express the thoughts, the views and everything. So I just selected some the previous year toppers who have scored good, and just saw their style, their natural, their thought process, the raw items which they are putting in, if they are adding any data, if they are adding any phrase and something catchy which is there. So one thing I noticed is that essay is very natural and it's very to the point. Like, you should not beat around the bush. You should not you should in fact stick to the topic. So, and adding dimensions to it. So this is what I did. I added dimensions to it. Like, if any topic is there, I discussed it from the point of view of IR, from the point of view of society, if possible from the point of view of polity and economics, and my own thoughts, which I believe are of the most important category, because expressing myself is the only thing that they want me to do in essay. So that is what I followed, sir. And PYQs I...
So how many essays we have written before the main exam?
Sir, around six essays, where 2 essays were there in each.
What about the GS part? How did you manage answer writing? And when actually you started it?
Sir, I was like any other first attempt aspirant. I was also overwhelmed that answer writing, yehi hona chahiye and all. So over the period of time, I realized that you should first complete your syllabus and then you should start answer writing, because there is no point in writing an answer if you do not know the basics of it. And you just, what is the point of view if you just write? So I told this to myself, that what is the point of view if you just write? You should be very to the point and specific. So I started in around October 2022. And through MGP, I started answer writing.
So you were part of ForumIAS,
yes,
MGP, right?
MGP test series I joined. And I was consistently writing the test series on every Sunday. And though marks were less initially, but I did not take it very seriously. That because I knew that I can do much better than this. And constantly moving ahead and adding content to it and increasing my speed. So my question, I remember in the first test which I wrote, around 2-3 questions were directly left. And 2-3 questions just I finished that for the sake of finishing, jaldi.
Oh.
So, but slowly and gradually, when I wrote my last test, that was on 15 January. Because I set a deadline. So it was ethics test and I got good marks, so that boosted the confidence.
So you did your answer writing way before you starting the prelims
sir,
preparation,
I think
right?
it is a very good thing to do.
Before prelims?
Before prelims, yes, sir. Because between prelims and mains, the rush is such that you need to do essay, you need to do optional. The big chunk of optional is there. And you need to read newspapers, you need to cover reports, you need to do value addition and anything and everything. Sir, everything seems important, that this can add value to my answer.
Right.
So I think before prelims, answer writing is a good, if possible, one should do it, sir. One should do it.
Very good. So this would have been much easier after prelims managing the answer writing, right? Yes. Because you have an experience कि 6 महीने पहले ही तो लिखा है.
Yes.
है ना? It's like that, right? Wonderful. अच्छा, एक चीज़ और. For example, आंसर लिखते वक्त हमें लगता है कि हाँ, we are not performing. For example, you said कि you wrote your first test, नहीं पता था, second में थोड़ा धीरे you improved, not worrying about marks. How should one, have that temperament? वो ऐसी सोच कैसे लाई जाए? Because expectation आती है, we are humans, right? Yes. कि पहले ही पेपर से मार्क्स चाहिए. वो कैसे रखा जाएगा? That it requires patience, right?
Yes, sir.
How to develop that? How to develop that?
Sir, what I simply did is that I had belief in my writing capability, that it is not what I can do best. I can do much better than this. So just hoping for writing better and better answers every day. In fact, sir, writing the last test before the actual mains examination, I was of the view that mains में तो I would write better than this, definitely. इससे अच्छा ही लिखूंगा मैं वहाँ पे.
ये एक hope थी, right?
Yes, sir. You need to be optimistic.
अच्छा, हफ्ते में एक ना एक दिन ऐसा होता है, because we interact with a lot of students and majority of them say कि sir, in a week there is one particular day जिस दिन पढ़ने का मन नहीं करता है, right? And you have a lot of negative thoughts. Since you were preparing for the first time, ऐसा time आया होगा when you were basically encountering a lot of negative thoughts, होगा नहीं होगा, एक sense of insecurity रहती है towards even कि भाई आगे career को लेके. Was it the situation with you also? ऐसा था?
Yes, sir. Like any other aspirant, I also faced these roadblocks on my way to clearing this examination. But sir, I was very honest about preparation from myself, and I was accountable to myself on a daily, on a weekly basis. So what I did in this whole week would decide that if I was worthy of a treat in this weekend or not. If not, then if I would not study, then I would also not give treat to myself.
But ऐसी सिचुएशन में whom you basically used to consult? फैमिली में किसी से बात करते थे?
No sir, actually my family has no idea about what goes in this examination, what is the process and what is the preparation regarding. So sir, I had one of the very good friends I have in my life. So he always used to push me and motivate me. He had an idea of how the exam is. He was also preparing simultaneously. So his constant support is, I believe, what helped me motivated, and sir, just staying on the mainstream path, that okay, you're doing good and you're just expecting too much from yourself कि मुझे इतना ज़्यादा करना है, ये है, you're doing just good, you'll do it.
So you mentioned कि you had a friend, right?
Yes sir.
Is it required कि एक group होना चाहिए पढ़ने के लिए, that you cannot be a lone wolf and you can study? Is it required कि group होना चाहिए?
Sir, I think it varies. People who study in isolation, complete isolation, they also make it. They have made it. They will make it. And sir, but I would say that a peer group of 2-3 individuals who are really serious about the examination and have optimistic view throughout towards their life in general, not just examination. Because sir, it's a part of examination, and their view of how they see their lives changing like 10 years ahead, what they will be establishing. So that is very important, sir. You learn both actively and passively from those people.
Rohit, किसी भी एक, for example, there's a beginner, let it be.
Yes, sir.
So what would you suggest? For example, that person wants to start answer writing.
Yes, sir.
क्या suggest करोगे कि क्या गलती नहीं करनी है या क्या गलती definitely करनी है?
Sir, talking about the कि क्या गलती नहीं करनी है, that is like I mentioned कि do not aim to be perfect on the day one, or I would say just 2 months. You are 2 months into answer writing and you just expect that I should write just like what AIR1 wrote, the matching the levels.
Right.
I did that, felt demotivated, and I learned from it that it is not the right thing to do. There are if there are 1,000 selections, so 1,000 ways of writing the same question in the exam. So you need to believe in yourselves. And sir, क्या गलती करनी है? I would say write, analyze and learn. Like what could be done better. So make mistakes, definitely. There are some expected mistakes one makes, and those are part of the journey.
But starting से ही marks के पीछे नहीं भागना, right?
No, sir.
Firstly, the structuring part, the content part.
Yes, sir.
Get in the knack of writing.
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay, when it comes to handwriting, how was your handwriting?
Sir,
Legible?
I feel that my handwriting is okay, and my friends, they say that my handwriting is one of the best, like in the peer group which is there. So
you studied in groups?
Because I know other people who are much better in terms of handwriting than me. So that is why I feel that it is okay.
Very well. Also, did you study in groups? Is it required कि groups ही चाहिए होते हैं? You cannot be a lone wolf?
Sir, I think it varies. There have been people who have been selected. They studied in isolation, did remarkable, tremendous job by getting selected, getting good ranks indeed. And sir, there have been people who specifically they are pro peer groups. So what I suggest is that do what you are comfortable and productive with. If it is harming your productivity, if you are doing more things which are distractions for you, so avoid studying in peer groups. But if it is increasing your productivity like it did for me, my one of very good friends which I have in my life, he always motivated me, he always added value to the content which I have. So, and specifically he used to guide for prelims also, my friend. So that was truly a blessing to be guided by him. So that helped.
Very well. Okay, so coming to to the part of PYQs in mains.
Yes, sir.
Did we solve each and every at least for a decade? Last एक decade के हमने paper solve करे हैं?
So not one decade, I would say. Sir, mostly we can notice that there is some pattern which is there. So questions are sometimes repeated also. So you need to analyze the theme and pick up the themes, the key issues which can be asked. And sir, obviously the current affair are it's all about current affairs in mains. So just writing and analyzing your answers. It's not about you write each and every answer. Right. There is a thing called brainstorming, which I used to wonder what is it. But previous year toppers, they suggested. Then I gradually noticed that I am also doing it one way or the other. That I'm bombarding my mind with thoughts that okay, this can be written, introduction can be such, data can be such, and all those things. Conclusion may we can mention this leader or this quote, and likewise. So sir, not writing each and every question, but writing a good amount of questions that you feel comfortable that if X plus 1th question is given to you, so you are good to go.
3 things which you think sets your answer apart. क्या USP होगी? What you say कि हाँ 3 things will be there in my answer, sir.
Sir, I'm not sure about this because I've always wondered that what will make me stand out from others. This is something which I've always fret upon that I do not write good answers or I have underestimated in one sense. But sir, I would say writing was good, and just don't take everything seriously which everyone says that introduction should be very short. Sir, I have written big introductions also in mains examination, and I have skipped conclusions also, sir.
In the main examination?
In the main examination, sir, to be very honest.
Very good.
So okay, it is that demand should be addressed.
You being very honest, that's wonderful. Because people say that my answers were good, and this, you're saying that I missed, for example, introductions or, yes, for example, sir, conclusions. And sir,
at some places I was running out of the space, so I wrote the conclusion very short, like just some optimistic thing. So answers were never perfect, sir. Till date, I wonder that okay, what marks would I have got in that paper that I messed up in that introduction. Right. In one introduction, I think that was regarding the article 365, something relating to that. So I wrote the wrong definition. And as I was approaching to the main content, main body, I realized that, oh, that was a mistake from my side. So I cut the definition, I wrote it again. So this was also...
So these kind of mistakes also happen in the main exam?
Yes, sir, because it's a rush, all total. You have to complete the paper, you have to stick to the content, you have to deliver your efficiency there. Because ultimately, everything that matters is what you have written on the sheet.
Right. Okay, coming to the part of optional. So your optional was geography, right? Yes, sir. Why geography particularly? Because people say, optional like geography or PubAd, there is a myth, okay, they are being butchered. Is that so?
Sir, I never really gave a thought to this thing. In fact, I completed my geography syllabus, reading the standard sources and looking at PYQs from time to time. And then when I was confident about that, okay, some decent amount of preparation has been done. So these things I heard that geography is butchered. Then I came to know what butchering really is, that marks are not being awarded in this. So I was a bit tensed there that a lot of hard work has already been put here. Time has passed. The prelims is near. Test series, the answer writing is also pending. So, but I was confident that I had a keen interest in that subject. I think out of all the subjects which I was eligible to write, I had the most interest in geography. Any other subject, if I would have taken, I would have done comparatively badly.
Badly?
Yes, sir. So geography has helped me, sir.
So it was roughly the only option you had?
Only option I had, yes, sir.
Okay, coming to the part of interviews now. Right, how was your experience? Okay, mocks or real interviews में कितना फर्क था?
Sir, they are very different, sir. They are very different because the thing is that you can predict to some extent that in mocks what can be asked, because you have certain templates which are there and the set of questions that, okay, you are from IT background, you can expect these questions. You are from geography optional, you can expect these questions. And it does happen, probability does make it happen. But sir, in the real interview, it was all total different. The questions were from, it was like a string, that whatever you answer, the next question was framed from that answer itself.
Right.
And 4 or 5 questions has been asked, then the change of question or change of topic was taking place. So it was all total your expression and your thoughts that made you answer your next question.
You were mostly leading it, right? You were throwing some, for example, pointers on which the questions were asked.
Sir, you can say so, but I was more of like thinking that they were just expecting me to say more and just pick some thing on which they can test me. So I was a bit not sure that if it is going smooth or going.
What was going in your head during that time? For example, when you were sitting outside and waiting for your call for the interview, क्या चल रहा था दिमाग?
Sir, I was remembering my mother and my father. So because it is due to their belief in me and their sacrifices that I am able to reach it till that stage. Because sir, they say like people say that sitting there in the UPSC Bhavan is itself.
That is what I'm going to ask next. You mentioned about UPSC Bhavan. Na?
Yes, sir.
See, when a person, for example, moves from a rural background to an urban area, right? पहली बार शहर देखा है, तो एक sense of awe होती है, एक mesmerizing feeling होती है, right?
Yes, sir.
ऐसे ही, for example, if an aspirant reaches ढोलपुर house, right? तो एक sense of awe आती है ना कि हाँ, okay, finally I've reached it. उस टाइम दिमाग में क्या चल?
सर जब आप एंटर करते हैं सो मैं अपने पेरेंट्स के साथ मेरे दादाजी माय फादर दे वेंट विद मी माय फ्रेंड हु हैज़ हेल्प्ड मी ही वेंट सो at that time you are very calm. You maintain yourselves in such a manner that nothing should hamper your confidence. And when you enter, every formal thing happens, the checking, the documents verification and all that. And when you enter, all the formal process there, so you're completely focused on that no mistake should be committed here. And the moment everything happens and you sit down and then you start looking backwards, at least that is what I did. That okay, I have reached here and these are all the things that happened in the past 1.5 years. And so, I mean, it's
like there's a flashback.
Yes, sir, there's a flashback.
एक डर होता है of losing out. Like for example, आप 98 पे खड़े हो और वो सांप काट ले और आप वापस नीचे आ जाओ.
Yes, sir. The fear factor is there.
होता है ना?
Yes, sir.
How did you overcome that? तुम्हें भी हुआ होगा.
Sir, I read it somewhere and I have been implementing it that there are 2 wolves in you. The wolf which will make you a warrior and the wolf which will make you a prey, a victim. So it is up to you to which wolf you feed the most. So if you want to be a warrior, so then you need to feed that wolf which has the instinct of a warrior. So leading yourself, so it's not just you going to the UPSC for giving interview. It's your whole family. For all the cultural upbringing which has been done, for all the values they have put into you. Present them, you offer before the board on the table, sir, this is what I am.
But Rohit, जैसे तुमने कहा ना कि it's the whole family who is giving the examination, right? पेपर लिखते वक्त, इंटरव्यू में बोलते वक्त एक बैगेज रहता होगा ना इमोशंस का. हर स्टूडेंट को रहता है, right?
Yes, sir, definitely, sir.
Then how to perform objectively at that time?
Sir, one can be very rational on this, that priority is this exam. These all things will get sorted if you just perform here, stay optimum, give your efficiency, and rest all the things are going to take care of.
A sense of hope.
Yes, sir. A sense of hope. Like hope is one of the best things that one can have.
See, in this whole session, one thing which I categorically say, you mentioned a lot about family support, right?
Yes, sir.
क्या आपको लगता है क्या उसकी इंपॉर्टेंस है कि कोई ऐसे इंसिडेंट्स विच यू वांट टू शेयर कि हाँ एक फैमिली का रोल बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है. फॉर एग्जांपल यू आर द एल्डर चाइल्ड, राइट?
यस सर.
बट एनी इंस्टेंस यू कैन रिकॉल फ्रॉम योर टाइम कि थोड़ा टफ टाइम था सर मेरे लिए. हर स्टूडेंट की लाइफ में होता है डियर.
यस सर. सो since I passed out in 2022, so my friends in college, all of them got their jobs and in the MNCs and the corporate sector. So I was the odd one out. So I had this feeling of that I am missing out on this changing times, because economy is upgrading itself and jobs are being created. So if this is I believe this is still a very good time that these service sector jobs are booming. So if I'm missing this train, so I better catch the next train soon.
Going back to the
Yes,
same
sir.
life, right?
Yes, sir. So the thing is that my parents, in fact, my father used to being very objective. He used to say to me that just think, if you are doing this out of emotion, or you are doing, be a mature guy. At 22, you should be a mature guy. That if you want to work in corporate for 2 years, you want to earn some money, have some savings, and then think of the exam. So, sir, but at that point of time, I was of the mindset that my efficiency is really good at this time. I don't know about 2 years later. I'm not sure that if corporate would lead me to that stage that I would be able to perform in UPSC exam.
वही zeal रहेगी नहीं रहेगी?
Zeal रहेगी या नहीं, sir? Definitely. So I took the risk basically of not going to the job. And sir, definitely family does suffer. You are an elder child and you have younger siblings. You have some due responsibilities.
होता है ना, because बहुत से students आते हैं कि sir, I'm the eldest person, and घर वाले they are like either we can spend on your education or
yes, sir.
Your sister's
there
marriage.
Are compromises.
There are compromises. There's a trade-off.
Yes, sir. There is a trade-off. There are compromises made on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, on a I would say biannually basis. That okay, 6 months hai, so this is how you need to manage the finances, the everything.
But you worked your way out, right?
Yes,
finally.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Going against all odds.
Yes, sir. I'm really grateful for all these teachings which I have got in all this time, both passively what I observed, which pushed me, which motivated me to keep going.
So it was really nice interacting with you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir.